Hello, hello.
Hello,
Welcome.
everybody out there in television land.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I think I might have heard Uncle Bill say it.
I know, but it's it's not really television.
Hello, everybody out there in flat screen land.
hmm mm. Sorry about that. Bad habits. Very bad habits. So, welcome to our Tuesday night talk. And
It is Tuesday night, isn't it?
it is
That's
Tuesday.
right. Wrestling's over.
Yes, that's why we're on at this time. So, Michael,
Pamela.
or Mickey, as everyone knows you, um, what have you collected? Did you ever used to collect anything?
Yeah, I used to collect fishing lures, and I used to buy them new. And I accumulated a whole lot of them. And I caught a whole lot of bass.
Excuse me.
What was that?
Sorry. Uh, you know, uh,
And I used to collect records,
records.
but I don't collect it anymore.
And what about with the lures? Like
The Morris. What's the Morris?
the lures.
Oh, the lures.
What were the lures? What about the lures?
My favorite lure was the Rebel Popper and the Hula Popper. They're topwater lures for bass fishing, and you cast them directly out in front of the weeds. And then there was the Johnson Silver Minnow, which you would put a twister tail on and cast it into the heaviest weed section, drag it along the weeds, and let it drop in, and the bass would follow it underneath the weeds and then attack it.
Okay. So you collected a lot of lures.
Yes,
And
and
I don't know much about lures at
another
all.
favorite lure I used to have, I have these plastic worms that glow in the dark. And all you do is just put a hook on them and use an open face reel, not not a bait cast reel, but a spinning reel or a closed face reel like Zebco 33, and you cast it without any weight and let it just sink on its own. And all sorts of fish go after it. Pike go after the 6-inch ones and the 4-inch ones, but bass will go after both too.
Oh, okay. And you said something else that you collect. Excuse me. You said something else you collected.
Yeah, I used to collect records a lot. I used to collect glam rock records from the British bands like Mud, The Sweet, T Rex, Mott the Hoople, Slade, and of course David Bowie with the Spiders from Mars. And
Any
of course,
any rare ones?
I have no rare records, no real rare ones.
Well,
A lot of the punk records I collected ended up rare because a lot of these bands never made more than 145, and they were just local acts around England.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, you know what I collect.
Yes, you collect all sorts of glassware. I feel like a bull in a china shop. If you look behind us, there's some interesting carnival glass.
Yes. I like carnival glass a lot.
Yeah, it's fancy looking and really cool.
Yes. And I got a well, I didn't get any carnival glass this weekend at auction, but I went to auction this weekend. Has anyone ever gone to auction? I really like auctions. And I don't know if you know about the process of when you go to auctions. Usually there are listings that you can find on the internet. No, websites.
Oh yeah, I know.
There are
I was just thinking. I heard of somebody that used to collect urine samples.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. It is. It
It's
is.
very silly too.
Yes, it is.
I think his name was Bruno Vasolino.
Like anyway. So anyway, when it comes to
Do you like that name?
I know, but it's not good to say people's last names.
Vaselino. That was a character in the movie.
Okay.
This person didn't really exist.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for squaring that with me. So, anyway, I love to go to auctions. And at auctions, you can sometimes pick up or find items that maybe you're searching for over a period of time. Sometimes it enables you to find things that are much older from in the past.
Some of them are much stupider. Remember that auction I went to with you? And this weird guy kept on bidding on a speculum. And he actually bid a lot of mine. Couldn't believe this guy. He was kind of weird too. But he won a speculum.
Yes, but maybe he's going to resell it. Maybe that is what his niche is. So maybe that's what he's going to resell, or maybe.
Did you take a look at the guy? He looked like he was definitely not going to resell it.
No, but you've got to remember, a lot of the stuff are old. So anyway.
So is he. He looked like he hung around the bus station when they still allowed smoking.
Yes, but anyway, that's not the point. We're talking about going to auction.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first things you've got to do is find the auctions that are local to you. In every community, there are auctions. There's always auctions. And once, what does that say?
Detroit. Only the strong survive.
Yes. So in every community that there are auctions right across every country: Australia, England, France, America. Everywhere you go, there's usually auctioneers, books,
speculums.
It could be anything, because even medical supply companies will have auctions to auction off their, and like closing sales. Stores have closing auctions to rid themselves of all their product and their
fingers
and fixtures. So one of the things that you do, once you've figured out what auction you're going to go to, it's always a good idea to figure out you're lost. One of the good things that I always like to figure out is what time it is, and get there extra early, because you will have a preview. And the preview usually is anywhere from an hour to 2 hours ahead of time. Some auction houses will have a preview a couple days, a day or so early, so that you can check thoroughly through the items that you're planning to bid on. When you get to the auction, sometimes you can do it in advance. You will register for the auction. And one of the things that you can get, like at the auction I went to this weekend, when you register, you get a number. And this is like your bidding card so that you can bid. And you don't want to be holding your card up, moving it around, because then the auctioneer is going to think that you're bidding on items.
And you don't do things like rub your nose or point at your nose, like on some auctions where they don't have the cards.
They always they always have cards.
Do they have cards now? Like on that Dick Van Dyke show, Dick Van Dyke was making fun of this one guy. He says, "Look, that guy just pulls on his ear." And when he demonstrated the guy pulling on his ear to his wife, the auctioneer thought that he was bidding. He said, "Oh, look at the guy over there. He just tapped his nose," and he didn't realize he was bidding against himself, and ended up buying a painting that was incredibly poor taste.
Most people don't bid against themselves. It's because the auctioneer will notice that he's constantly bidding and will say, "Don't bid against yourself."
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. We've already got your bid, so you'll be okay, because he's already got your bid. So it doesn't tend to happen, because he'll say, "Oh no, I've already got you in at this price."
Mm-hmm.
So that's how people don't tend to double bid, because the auctioneer is paying attention to what you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's great for the movies, and you can see how it could happen,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not going to raise it, and he's not going to say, okay,
The guy
$10,
pulls his ear.
$15, whatever. It can only happen if you're doing that stuff and you're not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, if you're a new person, the auctioneer will and maybe ask if you are actually bidding.
What about that one auction where I fell asleep like that, and the auctioneer had something in his hand, and I went like this, and I ended up bidding $1 on something and got what do you call that thing that you put the tea kettle on?
A trivet.
A trivet. I got a cast iron trivet for $1, and it was beautiful. But why didn't somebody else bid against me?
Because nobody wanted to bid against you. That is sometimes items that people want. You need to have at least two people bidding on an item to drive the price up. And the thing is, you don't want to do it as a joke, because when you actually are the one that wins it, you are obligated to pay. There is no getting out of it. It could actually possibly.
Speaking of toupee, did they ever have used toupees at the auction?
No, and that's one of the things. So anyway, this weekend I went to auction, and I did my little bid on items, and I won some items that I was looking at and
Susie Cooper teapot, teacups.
Yes.
Do not drop that.
So one of the things that I did win was this teacup and saucer. This is Susie Cooper. It is nosegay pattern. If you can
show the bottom.
See the pattern here. That's the nosegay. And if you see on the bottom, this one is not signed, but you'll see the inside. At the back, here is the signature, and signed signature here. And it's in a green color, but you can also get this with the yellow for Susie Cooper. And you can also
it wasn't signed by Lord Athol Leighton.
Right. And it also comes in pink, and I believe a blue as well. And that's Susie Cooper. And these are fairly, I guess, about 1930s or so.
Right about the time that Gary Cooper made movies.
Is it?
Who's no relation to her.
So I got this 3 teacups and saucers by Susie Cooper in the auction. This is the Tiger Lily.
What is your favorite Gary Cooper movie?
I don't know.
I like
Sergeant And in York. Here, you'll see that it is that green tone, which is really pretty. I'll hold it up if you can see. On the back, it is also signed. You can see the Susie Cooper signing on here. And you will see here, you see the Tiger Lily. Oh, there we go. So there's no glare. And the green tone right around. I absolutely love Susie Cooper. So pretty.
Don't drop anything.
And we have, they call this, I think, fern, but it looks more like a feather to me. But anyway, I do like this. This one's lovely, and it's got the rust color in the middle, and it kind of shades, but this is all hand painted. And again, it has the signature.
Could have been painted by somebody with no arms.
I'm being serious here. I'm being serious.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And with the rust color, you can see with that same design on there. Also with the signature on the back, Susie Cooper. And those I really, really love. One of my favorite collections.
My favorite thing that she bought
And I actually got it
is this green glass. Look at it.
like
It is
it's
perfect because that line there is how much vodka I would put in, and I add Polish vodka to here
The
and
glass is
ginger
dirty.
beer. Pardon?
nothing.
And Jamaican ginger beer to within a finger's height.
The glass is dirty.
The glass, well, but they can tell it's green. See, look how
Yes.
beautiful green it is.
But you're holding up a dirty glass.
That's to prove how tough I am. When I walk into a bar, I ask for my drink, rocks over rocks, with a dirty glass.
Yeah.
Remember that on the Flintstones? Does anybody remember the poem from the Flintstones? I love you, Pamela, with hair like silk, lips like cherries, and skin like, well, chocolate milk. Your shell like ears, more like toonie type ears. Your dainty hands. Your eyes as black as frying pans. You may be a peach, my love. Together we're a pair. You're sweet, you're nice, you're paradise, and all kinds of stuff like that there.
I don't know how you.
That was Fred Flintstone's poem to Wilma.
That's funny.
Yeah, I changed it around a bit.
Oh, very good.
Not that much.
So this is the other item. So those
You have a Jewish star in the middle of it. Take a look. Wow, that's great.
I know, but the 3 teacups that I got, those came together as a set, which they refer to as a lot, and I got that for $40 Canadian. Now I got these 2 plates.
Show the Star of David. That's cool. That's 1 plate.
Yes, this is 1 plate. It was a lot that came with 2 plates, but this is one of the plates. It's green depression glass, and you can see the design.
I guess the designer was depressed.
No, this is depression glass, and this is, it's almost like a charger size, or I would call it a sandwich plate.
Can you touch the bottom? It's very nicely pressed.
Yes, very nice depression glass. And the other item that I got.
It's a nice color, but not that great.
This is a Cremax. It's beautiful.
What do you mean a Cremax?
Cremax.
Cremax.
It's a type of glass. It's like Pyrex, and it was made in it's Canadian.
Is it?
This is Canadian.
Well, that makes it cool.
This is Canadian.
What's that little dot on the back?
No, it's just a mark on the back. It does say Pyrex registered in Canada. So it was made in Canada, and this is like a sandwich plate size. And I got those 2 for $15. And there's a whole set. You can get I don't know if there's tumblers. I have to look and see if I could find tumbler.
You're a tumbler.
But you can get a water jug, or it might be a milk jug, and there is.
Look at this water jug. It says Hamilton on it.
That's not the kind of jug that matches this.
No.
And it has teacups and saucers and cereal bowls, etc. So that was my winnings from auction this weekend. And that the Susie Cooper is what I collect, and the other ones, I really like them. I'm very limited onto some of the things that I collect. But the other thing that I like is Pyrex.
You didn't buy these this weekend?
No, I didn't. This is some Pyrex. This is the butter print pattern. This is a Cinderella bowl.
Yeah, they tried to fit it on her.
Like Cinderella bowl. And if you see the edge here, you can hold that, and it has a spout on the other end so that you could pour.
They tried to fit it on Cinderella's. Okay, I'm only kidding.
I know. You don't want me to get copyright strikes.
Oh.
So that is the small, and it also has 2 bigger bowls that come in that set. We come over here. This is another butter print.
Perfect size for egg salad.
Yes, and it has two other sizes that are bigger. I don't have them out here right now, but I have the bigger sizes. And sometimes, we like to go after and to gain a full set on everything. But this is the regular mixing bowl, and it's Pyrex and number 402. And you'll find that in Pyrex, all the ones that are this size will have the number 402 on it. Butterprint also comes, this is the turquoise, also comes in a pink. And I think there's a rare yellowy gold color as well.
Speaking of 402, there's a highway 401 and a highway 403. Is there a highway 402 in Canada?
There might be. I would have to look it up and let you know. Because there is 406
And 407.
and 404. That's the Don Valley.
Is it? Oh.
Yes. Or is that the 405? I know the Don. Somebody will correct me. Anyway, so what do you collect? So the other things that I like to collect is carnival glass, which I showed you some before, and I've showed those items before. I just haven't pulled out any of the other ones. I'll do that on another day. Oh, that's Joseph.
That's not Joseph, that's
No.
Josephine.
No, this is the name of the maker is Joseph is the maker.
Lift your hand a bit so they can see the bottom. That's a nice glass doll.
And
when I saw her, I said, "Hello, doll." Please.
Yeah, but it has stones in it. Usually, but this is like a birthstone collection, and it has the original tag on it. And I like this one because it represents my birthstone. I had one when I was a child, and lo and behold, I wanted to relive my childhood again, so I got another one. So we'll put that back. Yes. Do you like to collect anything? Do you like collecting cards?
No.
People like to collect hockey cards.
I don't want hockey cards.
Some of them are worth a bunch.
No, I don't care. Well, I used to have O.J. Simpson cards, a whole bunch of them. They put them out for a very short time. O.J. Simpson cards, right during his non-football heyday.
Well, you know what I used to have? I used to have Charlie's Angel cards.
Wow.
And I remember those as.
And I had Beatle cards in the early 60s, and I also had Munsters cards.
Those would have been worth quite a bit of money if you still had them now.
I don't have them anymore. That was a very long time ago.
I know, but they would have been worth quite a bit if you still had them.
Yeah, they were in perfect condition too.
Yes, and they're now gone. And I know I still do have a bunch of hockey cards. I just haven't had a chance to go through them and to check them and to see what they're worth. I know that some of the Magic cards, which I do have some from one of the very early sets of Magic cards, a lot of them seem to be certain cards in the decks are worth quite a bit. But it's always like that with everything. It's like with Mattel, with the Barbie dolls, with the Hot Wheels. Certain ones are worth a lot, and some of them aren't. And sometimes you can get, just like the cups and saucers, just because you have two of them that are exactly the same, one might be worth more than the other. And it all has to do with maybe the year that it was made.
I used to have a glass with Brutus Beefcake's picture on it.
Yes, but that doesn't mean anything.
You don't care about British beefcake?
No, but it also depends on the condition.
Oh, it's broken. It's gone.
I know, but sometimes broken things are worth money if it is of something rare or something that you can like it represents something. And it's not easy to even find one in perfect condition, that sometimes a piece of it is worth something. Some things that are very, very old are not worth very much because there isn't
A demand.
exactly, there isn't a demand for it. It's
It's like
it,
like buying Richard Nixon's fingernail clippings. Who would want them?
like that would be absolutely gross. No, it's just like
Somebody sold a piece of John Lennon's hair.
I know, but not everybody. And even if you had John Lennon's hair and you had it at just any old auction, it doesn't mean it's going to.
No, doesn't mean anybody's going to believe it's that.
And
just like I used to have a clipping of my own hair in tinfoil, and the magic thing about why that meant anything to me is the barber that cut John F. Kennedy's hair used those scissors and cut my hair with John F. Kennedy's scissors.
Hello, Screw 92. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Welcome. Thank you. Do you collect anything?
Urine samples.
Mike, please. We're talking about collecting and a lot of people like to collect different things. Like we have that friend here in our city that likes to collect Mickey Mouse. They collect everything mouse. Well, they not everything mousy. They collect Mickey Mouse. So they don't collect.
What about that friend that collects Lego bricks?
They make things out of Lego. Yes.
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily a huge collector of it. They actually create their own designs out of the Lego, and they sell the pre-put together designs that they create out of Lego, that's quite a creativity on its own. But we all have different things. Some people don't like to collect anything because they find it's too much stuff around the house.
Well, and you gotta see ours. We have some beautiful stuff.
Yes, and we're gonna have to be cutting back, and I'm gonna be making my list of my amount of stuff.
We collect that you never even said. Flowers and plants and bulbs around the garden that grow at any time of the year. Take a look at how colorful it is up there. There's at least there's at least 100 alliums in that corner. There's at least 200 tulips of different kinds.
Yes, we
ones
have
that interbreed.
I know we do have a lot. We have everything from the parrot tulips to the
pointy ones.
The pointy tulips.
There's orange ones out there even today, and I found a tulip that was purple and white.
Yes, but we have the fringed ones, and we have
the black ones. Night Princess.
Yes, there's Night Princess. I think it's Queen of the Night.
Okay, Queen of the Night.
Queen of the Night, but there's several different types of there's several different types of black tulips. And
what about that strange plant that has the purple colored pearls on it?
I don't remember what it's called.
I don't know what it's called, but it has a funny bloom.
We did.
Oh yeah, and we collect a lot of herbs in the back.
Look at this.
In a container garden. Look at that basil. How many? There's 5 of them.
Yes.
There's 5 of them. We'll put it in a giant container.
It's large leaf.
That's the kind I like.
Large leaf Italian basil.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice.
Yeah,
look at
put that spike back in it.
Yes. So unfortunately our weather is a little bit rough, and we'll have to wait until after the next
You dumped it.
Oh my gosh, I just spilled.
You just dumped. She just spilled dirt.
Yes.
On our dinner table. I can go like, and
No,
and then
my.
sneeze.
Yes, well, we'll have to wait until after closer to the end of the month to do any planting.
Yeah, and we got to buy the herbs too. Like it's just been
It's been a rough year.
March since it's been February. What's that funny sound outside? Oh, it's probably that neighbor.
What, a neighbor? I'm gonna.
Here, let me get my pistol.
You can talk.
Let me get my pistol. I want to blow it. Let me. Okay. Let's just honk the horn. There's somebody probably delivering something. Probably pizzas. Neighbor's a nice guy. Constantly has food deliveries there, and they knock on the wrong door. One of these days, when they knock on the door for his pizza, I'm just going to buy the pizza. Especially if it's a good one. You know why dinosaurs went extinct? Because they put pineapple on their pizza. What do you like on your pizza?
I like just pepperoni. Big pieces of pepperoni. That's what I like on my pizza.
I like pepperonis, mushrooms, and green olives.
I like bacon on my pizza. I like pepperoni on my pizza.
Yeah. Or and add some artichokes even. Artichokes.
Yes.
Don't
I know
drop that.
You're very good at going off topic.
No, I make my own topics as I talk.
I know.
You make a topic, you talk about it, I make a different topic and I talk.
But I like to stay on topic because I want to show. I'm going to show.
Where did that fly?
This is
beautiful.
Swirl. And this is from Fire King. I don't know if I pulled it up here.
They can't read it. It's white on white.
I know it's very difficult to see. So this is a Fire King bowl. And it's in Swirl. This comes in jadeite, which is a green color. And it also comes in pink as well. And for this one, it's mixing bowl. And there are 3 sizes. I believe it's 3 sizes. I could be wrong.
You hear about the psychic measure to escape from jail? Speaking of the psychic measure to escape from jail, yeah, the newspaper headline said small, medium, at large. You don't find that funny at all.
No.
Small, medium, at large.
I don't find that funny.
I think you saying that sounds funnier than the joke. Look at that collection back there. Nice, eh?
Oh, I'm back. Yes. So what are we gonna be doing over the next month?
I gotta cut the lawn.
I know. We haven't had a chance to cut the lawn because the grass has grown so much with all the rain.
And that's at the front. At the back, the grass is hardly grown. But it is growing.
Yes, but we need to do something with that grass back there because I think it just needs to be completely dug up and replaced and add nutrients to the dirt. And then and just put some sod back over it. Yes. I think so. We'll figure it out. We're working on our garden and we're going to try to make it look beautiful. I think this is the year that we're going to try to make it look a little bit more organized than it was.
Yeah, it's beautifully disorganized, but it's beautiful.
Yes, we have stuff everywhere in the yard and it kind of looks like that a very pretty
anarchy.
Yes, anarchy in the garden.
Anarchy in the garden.
Yes, we sort of didn't remember where we put stuff, and so it's all over the place.
And the squirrels dig up the bulbs and put them somewhere else. Like there's tulips where neither of us planted them and neither of us thought of them.
I know. Wouldn't it be nice if the squirrels were to bring us
Well, what about
nice bulbs from other
what
houses?
about that time beside the garage? All those exotic tulips that neither of us knew where they came from. They were mismatched. We didn't buy them. They just showed up, all sorts of different types of parrot tulips. So it was probably the same squirrel that kept stealing from the same yard and putting
Yes,
here.
but we have parrot tulips, and
Yeah.
not a lot of people in our neighborhood has parrot tulips.
No,
They probably took them from the front yard and put them in the back.
they could have.
Exactly.
I saw a squirrel the other day. It was burying a bulb in one of our pots, and I watched it. I saw it was a tulip bulb, and it was burying it, and it was very careful as it did it. I didn't disturb the squirrel. I just laughed at
it. Yes, and we've had a lot of rain. Well, what do you think? What should we do with? We need to make that one back corner a little bit more organized.
It's a very dark corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a statue of Saint Francis of Assisi.
Well, that's an idea, but concrete statues are a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad idea.
I'd rather have a statue of our old dead cat. I miss him very much.
Yes. But it's been hard to find a really nice statue.
Nice cat statue.
Yes, there's been some ones that have not been so nice. It'd be nice to get one that is kind of pretty. But we have periwinkles back there, and we have lots of hostas back there.
Who had the hand-painted periwinkles on their Royal Doulton?
And that was Hyacinth.
Oh, Hyacinth Bouquet. Yeah.
Hyacinth Bouquet. But anyway, we were talking about collecting stuff. Anything else you've ever collected?
Oh.
Nope. No, obviously not. I
collected garden tools. Every little gadget for the garden I had. And eventually, most of them didn't work, like those ads on TV. Seen on TV, here's this weed puller. And the weed puller didn't work, so it ended up being in scrap metal. All sorts of tulip bulb planters that didn't work. Scrap metal, I think they're made of.
You know what else? What? Greenhouses and greenhouse-like type things.
Yeah,
they work to a certain extent. I wouldn't. But
they work for a summer, and the wind tends to blow holes into them,
and they fall apart.
You got to spend more than $40 to get a good greenhouse.
Yes, but we spent a lot. If you added up the cost.
No, I bought a few for like 150, one for 200, one for 79, and a couple for 40.
Yes, but all those terrains that those glass terrains, you bought those. It's just that we've tried all these different ideas. I think we've moved up to where we're possibly going to have to go for the big one, where we go for
get a real one,
a real greenhouse. And this is what happens over time. You eventually have to up your game, and this way we'll be able to have one that stays, doesn't get devastated after the second winter.
Yeah, or the second rainfall.
Yes, because we had that greenhouse that when it snowed, it turned, instead of being up like this, it went like this during the snow. And as the snow melted, it slowly went back up.
and then
it would snow again.
and then eventually the whole thing just ended up looking like.
Yes, because of the plastic over it got ripped, and the door was ripped, and that's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, especially when you see the frame out there.
I think we had that for 3 years, and it just totally ended up getting devastated.
Yeah.
That was sad. That's sad. Yes. So we're going to work on the garden, and we're going to try to get the side of our house cleared up. I don't know.
Yeah, I know that part. Yeah, I'm gonna scrape
But-
it with my rogue hoe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scrape that there.
And one of the things that I'd like to see is to build some sort of wallish thing, a long kind of wall that's about 18 inches off the ground, and kind of fill it in with dirt and plants. It's almost like a ledge, so that
Yeah.
we could easily just sit on it if we want to, along the side of the backyard. Don't you think
That'd be an interesting project.
you know, and try to figure out a cheapish way to do that. It could be, even if we find a cheapish way, to do it a little bit at a time
Yeah.
and gradually put that in. I think it'll make the garden look nice.
Yeah. And it'd be a border against weeds and stuff.
That's another thing. That was another reason why I was thinking that.
That's 41 minutes.
I know. That's okay. So, what do you think of the items that I collect? Do you like them?
I think the what do you call it? The Susie Cooper stuff and the what do you call it? The carnival glass are really nice. I like some of the Corningware.
Yeah, Pyrex Corningware. I'm trying to limit that to just certain colors and not.
Yeah.
I'm not
a lot of stuff we got to get rid of.
Not collecting all of every single collection.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot. There's a lot of different of what they call this decorated Pyrex. There is a lot of it. And a lot of different patterns. So I've decided to more or less stick to the turquoise and some of the pink patterns, and pretty much when it comes to like the primary set, which is yellow, green, and red and blue, because that's a 4 set. Yes, the mixing bowls come in 4. It's not a 3 set. So I'm not going to collect those. I'm just going to stick to my few favorite ones. Gooseberry, which is really nice.
You ever hear somebody say gooseberry with a French accent? Gooseberry.
Yes. So,
gooseberry.
You sound funny. You're making faces. Okay, I would like to call this a night. And
gooseberry. Or the gooseberry from Thunder Bay.
No. Yes.
I love Canadian French accents.
So, if people like this video, what would you like them to do?
What do you mean what I'd like them to do? I'd like them to subscribe.
Thank you.
And I'd like them to play it over again, especially the part where I talk about the gooseberry from Thunder Bay.
And you'd like them to comment below and tell us what...
And show up.
And tell us about what you like to collect. What are your favorite items to collect?
What was your least favorite items to collect? Tell us where... You ever watch Josh Gates on Expedition Unknown? Tell us where the lousiest restaurants are in the world. That was a show. Josh Gates went around to the worst places he ever ate, and that was very entertaining. Now, where you tell us your worst places to eat.
Yes. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button, so that you will know when we go live and when we post new content. Thank you for joining us tonight.